All right, all right. So, who is out there? Let's go. The chat is off. Boom. Here we go. Music. All right, guys. Hope you guys are ready. I'm ready. Are you ready? Are you ready? Here we go. Here we go. Let's get started right away. For those guys who know me, thank you for being here. If you don't know me, I'm actually Javi. People call me Coach Javi. That came from wellness coaching. But one of the things that I wanted to cover today, coming into Thanksgiving, happy Thanksgiving to all of you guys that are out there. Hope you guys have an amazing time with your family and so forth. I always think about these days, these holidays. What is our habits and trends and things that we do on a yearly basis, right? And around this time, many people go into a mode where they get maybe a little bit sad, maybe down, maybe don't know where their life is at and so forth. Oh my God, here we go, holidays again. I'm gonna be by myself, or I don't have that loved one, or maybe in business, my business is not what we need to, and so we start kind of like pondering on these negative things that has happened to us, but we actually need to actually focus on the great things that have been going on. Yes, the world is a mess out there. I'm not saying it's not. You don't know my life, I don't know your life, but I know the one that holds your life. um, so what I wanted to go over is maybe giving us, because when I do these things like this, I'm actually doing it to help myself to kind of like reflect on myself of where am I going for the next year for 2024. And I hope you do the same. Most businesses, I'm going to just speak on the 2023 year, this year itself. I've noticed a lot of trends in people where they actually, a lot of the problems that they struggle with, right? And I'm going to show you five. That's why I call it the 5A framework, because I do believe that these are the five things that most businesses are struggling with today. If I ask anybody, and I've talked to so many businesses, I got so many clients and so forth, but the number one thing that I realized that most small businesses are struggling with is five different areas. Okay. I need more leads. I need more conversions. I need more transactions. I need more profits. And I need to eventually raise my prices. So those five, we call it a 5F framework. We talked about last week. I think it was last week or the week before, about the 80-20 rule. The 20% of what you should be doing to generate 80% of it. As a matter of fact, 20% of what you currently do in your business generates 80% of the income. Okay. And what are those things? Again, lead generation, lead nurturing, lead conversion, the transactions, and at the end of the day, more profits, right? But let me tell you what I feel, and I always talk about, because there's so many people out there that everybody's a coach today, right? First of all, just so you guys are comfortable, I am certified in sales and marketing. I've been certified through Grant Cardone, one of the top guys in sales, definitely in sales. He's just a beast in sales. So I piggyback on a lot of the stuff that he teaches, right? And it has completely changed how I do business in 2023. In marketing, I've been in marketing for around 10 years now. Own my own digital marketing agency, doing over six figures. Very grateful for everybody that trusted me to do their marketing. But here is what I want to talk about for 2024, because you guys didn't jump on here or jumping on here to hear, oh, how amazing how he is, or how much he doesn't know, or uh, we can't satisfy everybody and we can't talk to everybody. Who are we talking to directly? I'm talking to those people who are really wanting to take their life and business to a next level in 2024. No, I'm not selling you anything. I'm giving you hopefully a little couple of tips that maybe that I've seen with businesses. I actually coach right now. I'm coaching around 52 businesses, right? All online, all virtual. Yes, again, I'm certified in doing all this stuff. So If you want to show you my certification, I'll be happy to do that as well. To do that, maybe I should have uploaded it here. Maybe I should have put it in the corner. I'm not that person to kind of show my certifications and so forth. Even though the third party validations, I'm like, somebody wants to do business with me, they'll ask me, right? Um, when you have a business, I'm going to speak to mostly business owners because that's who I that's my passion. My passion is small business owners. So if you're a business owner, this is for you. If you're not a business owner, if you're thinking about becoming a business owner in 2024, it is a great opportunity. It just depends. Are you doing it right or you're doing it wrong? As me, myself, and I, that's three of me, but me, myself, and I've struggled years ago in understanding what marketing really was in sales, what it really was. I remember the F5 framework. The more leads, more conversions, more transactions, more profits, and higher pricing. These are what every business wants. So to accomplish that, what my struggle was is understanding really what I was, who I was, and maybe how I was offering my services. As things started changing over the years, studying a lot of, I started taking myself to YouTube success. I know you probably have done that too. A lot of people start there. They're like, I'm gonna take my next to the next level. I'm gonna do 6 and 7 figures in 2021, 22, 23, 24, whatever your year was, right? And you found yourself at the end of the year YouTubing your way to success. I'm gonna tell you guys something. I'm gonna tell you something that I had the experience to experience was that YouTube can only do so much for you because if you really think about it, YouTube gives you a lot of free content, which is great because you're able. As a matter of fact, this right here, this training is going on YouTube too. And do I have a lot of work to do on YouTube? Heck to the yes. So I'm not there yet either, guys. I'm not there. And marketing, I'm doing a couple of more things right now. I'm structuring different things to do a lot more marketing. I've partnered up with a lot of other agencies. I want to take my life and my business to the next level in 2024. And also, one of the things that I realized, if you want to explode your business in 2024, let me tell you what you need to do first. Okay. First of all, we need to get out our own head and thinking that we can do everything ourselves. We want to do the sale, we want to do the lead generation, we want to do the sales, we want to do the marketing, we want to do the operations. So we wear so many hats as entrepreneurs. But if you really think about it, and if you say, I want to get to 6 or 7 figures, I would actually challenge you to do some numbers for yourself. Do some numbers to analyze exactly how much is it costing you to do everything yourself and how much it would cost you to outsource a lot of this stuff. And I'm going to talk about outsourcing a lot because I think that this is where most businesses are failing because we if we save the money, we make more money. Yes, if we save the money, if I save money, I'm paying this person, then I don't have to pay for that person so I can keep the money. And that is absolutely not true. Because one way or another, that job has to be done. And if you're doing it yourself and if you're not doing it the way it's supposed to, you're causing your business a lot more pain. I wanted to show you guys a little something that I did from one of this is the 10x execution. This is my certification, okay, my certification workbook. But I'm also wanting to show you this. This is the business bootcamp workbook. This is actually this bootcamp. I'm going to invite you guys to go to this one. I'll see if I can put it in here right before we finish. But we're gonna do a business bootcamp December 6th and 7th with another one of the elite coaches, which is Nick. He's amazing. So I'm gonna give you guys, and I'll give you guys the code. It's $47, but I'm gonna give you a code today to get in there for free. And at the beginning of this bootcamp, what it talks about, it says, what is the number one problem in your business? What is the number one problem in your business? What is the number one problem in any business today? If you're true to yourself, and if you really go deep inside entrepreneurship, one of the biggest problem in this one, right, it is You have a people problem. You have a people problem. They talk about this engagement. A lot of times when we actually think about bringing on board, like I work with a lot of virtual assistants. Today, I'm actually partnering up with a lot of different agencies to do more together. Collaboration is the new currency. So collaboration, I'm going to be talking about collaboration here. So we may be here for another 20, 30 minutes, but and a lot of this stuff talks about the odds are totally against us, right? Um, we're just we're set up for failure already. I'm gonna see if I can pull up one of these documents in here that I want to show you guys. I think it'll help us. Business uh, boot camp. Uh, business business. Oops, wrong email. I'm in the wrong email. Go down, guys. I wanted to talk to you guys about this because that way you can see it says stats, direct stats. And I apologize for not being ready, but something that just came to my mind because you may be that person. You're like, I really want, I know what you're saying, but prove it to me. Right. And because you're like, how can I believe what you're saying? Right. And I understand that because I'm also very careful who I listen to. Right. So a lot of time and it's business boot camp. Hold on a second. I'm almost there, guys. Almost there. Instructions manual, workbook, instructions manual. I'm gonna do the instructions manual. So we talk about the following. What's this? The number one problem is employee disengagement, or employee disengagement is actually the number one problem in businesses today. Employee disengagement. Well, what if you don't have any employees? Could the disengagement be from you because you're too overwhelmed? Okay. Financial illiteracy at every level is the major reason of disengagement. So a lot of times when we want to pay, we want to hire somebody, and they don't work out, and they leave real fast. And I've been down this road, and I'm like, man, maybe it's not time for me to hire people. And when I'm talking people, I'm talking about hiring them as a full-time employee, W2, right? W2 versus 1099 is a difference. So you can hire salespeople and paying them based on production, right? Which is the percentage that you pay them. But also the problem is when you're hiring, you're not training. So most people, the reason why they're not growing, or you may not growing, is because you're not daily training. If we think about that, it makes a lot of sense. And I'm giving you this, guys. So some things that maybe you want to look at for 2024 is, are you training yourself daily in sales and marketing and systems and processes, right? It's like what works, what doesn't work. Do you do a market research and this and that? And again, if you're doing it all yourself, I can tell you that you wouldn't. I don't think most people will ever get to 6 and 7 and 8 figures by themselves. It takes a team. It takes a really great team to do that. And so, knowing that this engagement from people is very huge. How do we fix that problem? What's it? National disengagement. National disengagement almost matches exactly the same number of people who live paycheck by paycheck. Their money problem is your money problem. So if you have employees, let me put this on here so that way we can talk together. Their money problem is your money problem. Okay, 76% of people today live paycheck by paycheck in the United States. 76%. 64 of them have no money in savings. 90% have no clue of the biggest expense in the home. 94 fail financially literacy quiz produced by CNBC. 94% fail financial literacy quizzes. Let me repeat that. 94% fail. In other words, we don't know money. We don't know how money works. 67% of Americans can't pass basic finance tests. 10% of Americans collect 50% of all income. Wow. 10% of all Americans, the biggest country, the most successful country in the world, only has 10% of Americans collecting 50% of all income. And 10% of Americans own 84% of wealth. So you mean to tell me that only 10% of us, and when I say Americans, it's people that live in America. Maybe I'm not American. I am a resident of America, or maybe I'm not American, but I am here. So I've actually put myself into that because I lived here. I've probably died here, right? But 10% of Americans own 84% of the wealth, meaning that 90% of the people are struggling. The ultimate cause is really disengagement from employees, from business owners, right? Executives, they are in the country clubs, right? They're living it up. Mid-level management, people in the mid-level position, they're comfortable, well off, and everyone now is no way out. Like, this is the executive, mid-level, and everyone else. If you really think about yourself, if you are an executive of your business, you probably live in it. But if you are a one-man show, okay, we're talking about businesses that have employees, guys. Or if you don't have employees, is what you need to look at yourself. You are the employee of your business. I am the employee of my business right now. I do have a team right now. They're working, they're doing everything. So I am developing those teams that this presentation talks about. And I think to me, the reason why I wanted to bring this up is because it's actually been my biggest struggle is doing this. Okay. So remember about people. So if you want more leads, more conversion, more transactions, one of the ways to do this, guys, is actually to do it with other people. Outsource people. For one, people. I got it? So we're going to talk about outsourcing to people, to other people. Number two, if you're thinking about opening up a business and you're like, you know what? I'm a great cook. Let me go open up a restaurant. Be careful when you say that to yourself because just because you are an entrepreneur heart, you need to figure out what is the right business for you. Just because you are a cook doesn't make you an entrepreneur, a business owner. Most you guys know the high risk of restaurants, right? And there's a high risk in any other business you get into. 80% of businesses fail within the first 3 to 5 years, whatever the number is. I think it's growing, and well, maybe going lower, whatever the stats is. I'm not going to give you stats that I don't know, but I can tell you it's very high number of people giving up on their businesses. Why? Because they don't have the right sales process, because they don't have the right marketing process, and because they don't have systems in place like technology. For example, Next Level Global for us, one of the biggest things for us has been, and actually this was like 8, 10 years ago. I realized one thing. I'm like, man, how can you, Javier, as a business owner, how can if I have a list of 1,000 people in my email list, if how can I send emails to all of them one by one? So again, how do you implement these systems and processes into your business? Is it right time for you to implement them? When is the right time to implement them? Right? When is the right time for you to bring in an employee? I love what Brandon Dawson talks about. It's called breakpoints, right? Breakpoints. So if you're not of 100 to $250,000 at least a year, you don't need another employee. But you do need systems and processes. Just because you don't need or you can't afford to hire an employee, I'm not telling you to give up on your business. I'm telling you that you can find virtual assistants. When I'm talking about hiring, I'm talking about W-2. What I'm talking about is outsourcing a lot of this work, maybe to another competitor that you can partner with, maybe to virtual assistants. I use a lot of virtual assistants. I actually currently have, I think, 8 or 9 virtual assistants that half of them are working right now. And so they work very well if you train them well, right? So they do a lot of my email marketing. They do a lot of my email, text messaging, workflows, AI stuff, right? All these workflows and all these things that goes back in the background of my agency. They're doing it right now, not just for me, but for other clients, because the other clients are hiring me to say, I don't want to do this. I don't even know how to do this. I don't know how to take my business to the next level. Here you go, Javi, and through Next Level Global is really what we do and have all the tools. So in other words, you want to be an entrepreneur, right? And you want to do a maintenance, right? Well, guess what you're gonna need? You're gonna need tools. You're gonna need the hammer. You're gonna need the saw. You're gonna need the staple gun. You're gonna need the all the what's this? All the tools that mainly the people use. I don't even know which ones they are, right? So I'm not going to try to go open up a business doing something I don't know. Got it? So they do need the tools. As an entrepreneur, whether you're open services or products, what are the tools that you're using in your business? Because we all need tools. And the problem is we're trying to um, Google Sheets and all that, they work to a point whenever you have a breaking point that you're like, I don't even know what's going on here in my sales. I don't even know where the leads are coming from. I don't know where they're going. I'm not even nurturing them. Again, remember the F5 framework, more leads, more conversions. If you got more leads and you can't convert them, what's the use? Like you're spinning your wheel. Oh, wait, bad lead. Oh, I have a bad lead. You don't have a bad lead. You have a bad process because you're not nurturing those leads after they come in. We think they're running as the magic is the lead coming in, and it's not. It's the follow up on that lead. Got it? Number two, how do you create more transactions with that lead? If that lead already bought a system, let's just say marketing automation or a tool from you, do they need help building it? Do they help them implementing it? You can upsell them to the next level depending on what their needs are. If they have a team of marketing, they don't need us to do that for them. But I always tell them, I was like, what part of it do you need? Do you need the tool? Here's the tool. Do you need us to do it for you? Let us come in and do it for you. Or we can say, hey, by the way, you want hands off and you want us to come and actually most of the clients are like that. They're like, I don't even know how that stuff works. I'm just going to trust that you do it. Right. So yesterday we ran 2 campaigns. Tomorrow we're running 2 more. Today we're running 2 more Facebook ads, Google lead ads that we're implementing for a um, irrigation company here in San Antonio. We're doing some work with the One Beauty Bar, which they do med spas, all that treatment and so forth. So we're working on that campaign today. So just so many different moving parts that when you grab 3 virtual assistants and you actually train them to do one part each one, then that way you can actually oversee the campaign and you can get things working a little bit faster. So don't be afraid for 2024 if you haven't done this yet, to actually, you gotta get the training, guys. You are not going to make it to 2024, and I hope all of you guys do. But a lot of times we want to do that, and sometimes we don't see. Hey, Coach, how are you? Boot camp, yeah, that's right, that's right. I'm going to put the link to the boot camp right now, so that way you guys can start looking at it. And I'm gonna give you a code. It's gonna be a 2-day boot camp, all hands on deck. We're just gonna give you a lot of content. We're gonna give you scripts. We're gonna give you email templates. We're gonna give you um, um, uh, code scripts, campaigns. We're gonna give you how a funnel works. We're gonna give you the whole entire thing from A to Z in 2 days. Okay, so I'm gonna give you that link right there. The link is on here. I think I wonder if I could put it in here. Captions. Add caption, lower ticker. I wonder if I can do that. Yeah. Boom. Yeah. So, boom. There you go. That's cool. See that? Technology. I'm telling you, it really does work, guys. If you, I think a lot of us are just afraid to get our hands in the pie and get dirty, right? But this is so key for you to do that. So that boot camp. Oh, by the way, let me give you guys, because it is, we are charging $47 to join. Now let me tell you why we charge $47, because I've learned this, but I'm doing this because of you guys watching. So this is the code. I'm putting the code right here. 10x. The code is going to be 10x, right? If you use the code when you're going to buy the code 10x, you'll get it absolutely for free. Why are we charging? Why do you always want to charge, even if it's a little bit? It's because a lot of people, you'll see this, when people don't, if they don't pay, they don't play. If people don't pay, they don't play. If people don't pay, they don't play. If you have people just wanting everything for free, you may have the wrong avatar. You may be going after the wrong person. Because let's be honest, and if you're that person, they're always looking for things for free. Let me humbly tell you, that you're going to attract the same kind of customers. You're going to attract the same kind of customers, guys. And I'm telling you because I used to do that. I really used to do that. So join the boot camp if it's something that you want to take your business to the next level in 2024. Everybody says that you're right, and maybe I'm one of those to you that just another one who thinks he's a coach. But you can also look at it a different way and say, I need to humble myself and just say that I could learn something from this guy, or I could what if I could go in and implement one or two more things in 2024 and maybe elevate my income to 10% more or 15. I'm not that person that promises six and eight, seven and eight figure overnight success. That's just for me. It's just you guys don't even believe it, right? You don't believe it, so it just does it work. If you have a lot of money to put in ads and all that, you could do that. But in reality of business, that's not the way it works. You have to do the work. So if you're interested in learning, this is what we're going to talk about. Okay, what we're going to be talking about is business development techniques. Understand what it takes to attract the best talent, world, and keep people engaged at 10x level, so that your team culture, and maybe your team is just you by yourself. If you are the quarterback, you need to watch this. Find out how to increase both volumes and profit margins without sacrificing anything in your business. Second one that I think is in this order is marketing strategies. Discover how to celebrity brand your business so that nobody ever forgets you. There's a strategy to do that. How do we learn it? We learn it from Grant, right? You'll create a plan of growing your business to 10x levels while building a pipeline qualified businesses. Get the tools that communicate with anyone, keep their attention. This is what I'm talking about, outsourcing and tools and things like that. We're going to show you that. And then the number three, which is my favorite one, it's sales techniques. Get your customized bulletproof sales process. Do you have a sales process? Or is that the one thing that you're struggling with? And I hear it from so many business owners. I'm just not a salesperson. I'm not a salesperson. We're all salespeople, and you just may not still see it. What we're going to do, we're going to go deep into that. You will get the perfect follow-up strategies. Remember the F5 framework: more leads, more conversions. Without the follow-up, you're not going to have the conversions. You can't follow up with them because you're trying to do everything manually. This is where the marketing strategies go, to give you the tools that you need to be able to implement into your business to take your business to the next level. So I'm not promising you something that is not true. It's actually, only if you implement these things in your business, I promise you, you'll see results, because it's actually, if it works for everybody else, the problem is like sometimes we're not humble enough to actually say, I need these things. Or maybe we think we know it all. Like, guys, if you see, I get messages all day long from LinkedIn, and they all tell me they don't even look at my profile. They'll say, would you like me to coach you on sales? I'm like, if you're going to train me the way you sound at me, no, thank you. Why would you want to do that? Like, you're going straight for the kill. You didn't even tell me. You didn't introduce yourself to me. There is a framework behind that sales techniques, and we're going to do that on the 10x Business Bootcamp. I am going to be doing a lot of training, virtual trainings on this, because we just want to help 50 to 75 people and help them get to the next level absolutely free. I just gave you the code. So jump on. If you don't want to jump on, don't jump on. If you're happy where you're at, then this is not for you. Absolutely, 100%. If you're not going to go take the action of implementing these things, don't waste your time. Don't waste your time. Just let it go. Lay it down, like we used to say. Lay it down. I'm gonna lay it down. I'm gonna lay it down. Meaning I gave up, because let's be honest. In 2024, if you're not having implemented these things, and you think that you're gonna implement it into 2024 without knowing what to implement, right? Analyzing yourself, analyzing, do I have stuff here, but it's not going from here into here and here into the action? You may be that person. Or are you the person that always searching for new tools, new strategies, and so forth on YouTube? but you're not really getting results, it's because they're only giving you the free stuff, guys. And I know you want it all for free, but guess what? You want free, you're going to attract free. So, oh, I want to do a high ticket sales, but I want to learn everything for free. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. So you want to play, you have to pay. You have to pay to play. And why do I say that? Why am I keep saying that? Is because I think that was one of my biggest aha moments in my life was a couple of years ago. And to be honest with you, it was Grant Cardone that actually showed me that. I actually went and said, "Here's $25,000," and I went and I said, "I'm just tired of trying to YouTube my way to success. I need somebody to speak into my ear." And they did that. The whole entire team did that. Until today, I'm still coaching with them. It's been an amazing journey, and me being able to help small businesses to do the same. You cannot give what you don't have, right? So if you want to attract more in 2024, stop seeking free. Stop. Start serving people. Start making changes to optimize your business, to realize that for you to make money you do have to invest money. Like, you're not investing in leads, you're not investing in nurturing technology and following up and hiring people and so forth, and we're still stuck making 40, 50. I'm good, I'm just only at 60,000, $70,000. You and I both know that in 2023, 20, 60, $70,000 ain't nothing in the United States. It's nada, zero. So guys, I just wanted to jump on here and kind of maybe motivate you to go take some little bit of action in your life. And if you want that success, go. It's in your hands, but go get the knowledge. If you don't want to jump on here, the next level, the boot camp for Next Level Global, we're going to do a business execution workshop. We're going to cover a lot of stuff. It is going to be 2 days or 4 hours each one. So I don't have the time. Again, if you know that if you implemented this stuff and you made the money, would you make the time? And the truth of the matter is you would. You know why you don't have the time? You don't have the time because you don't have systems and processes in place. And you don't have the time because you're seeking for money. You're seeking for people to buy things from you. But these people are actually getting stuff. They want stuff from you for free because you're seeking those things for free. So you're not seeing the results on it. So sometimes, somebody needs to come around and tell us the truth. And I'm telling you the truth. If you want to take your business to the next level in 2024, something inside of you has to change. And that is your mindset, financial literacy, and how money works. Money doesn't work if I go to the bank and said, I'll open a bank account if you pay me 4%. They'll say, no, 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 no. First, you got to go and open up a bank account, and then we'll pay you a percentage. Don't rely on your savings account because they're paying you like nothing, right? Same thing on a business. I want to open up a business. I want to make $100,000, but I don't want to spend no money. I don't want to spend any money. Is there any business opportunities for free opportunities? Free opportunities? Free opportunities never work. I hate it when people say, "Oh, it's a free. You can join for free." That tells me a lot about that business. And you know what, may be a great business, but the problem is that that's not going to go very far for you. Imagine how many people you're going to tell them all, "Hey, I got a free business opportunity." They're like, and I promise you 90% of them won't do the business. Why? They won't join the business. They won't do the business because you're seeking for free, and so they're looking for free. And then when they realize is that they got to do marketing, which takes some time and money, which they need to learn sales, and they need to do training, and they need to cost them, and they need to go to events and so forth, and now it's not for free. I thought everything was for free. I mean, we live in insanity because that's not the way life works. Okay, so Coach Javi here. I'm signing out. Just wanted to come and bring you a happy Thanksgiving. Be grateful for what you have and for those things that you don't have, because if you don't have, maybe you're not ready to receive those things. So be thankful, and maybe if you want more in 2024, if you want more abundance, maybe what we need to do is let go of here, open up your mind to receive more. That way you can implement more, so that way you can move forward to that. Yes? Guys, have an amazing rest of the day. Talk to you guys soon. God bless.